Our next lecturer is Mr. Aziz Ahmad. We're going to hear more details about Aziz's background, in particular his philanthropic accomplishments in sustainable educational endeavors later in the program. Aziz is a CEO and president of UTC Associates and co-founded CodersTrust. He oversees a technology consulting company founded to provide unmatched value in technology services. He works with government agencies and commercial enterprises to provide solutions, including cybersecurity, mobility, cloud transformation, application development, governance, regulatory compliance, and more. He has shared his technology expertise around the world, presenting at the Vatican Conference, The Common Good in the Digital Age, sponsored by Pope Francis, about the future of work, as well as discussing policy frameworks for meaningful usage of artificial intelligence at the European Parliament in Belgium, among others. An accomplished business leader, Aziz was the lead architect of AT&T's 21st Century Networks. He directed AT&T's Next Generation Internet Team Consortium, which was created to research, develop, and demonstrate next-generation broadband access based on IP and multi-wavelength optical technology. The consortium's effort delivered both quantum advances and various global successes. He has served on the board of various educational and nonprofit institutions, including the High School for Enterprise, Business, and Technology of New York City's Department of Education, the Engineering Leadership Council at the Grove School of Engineering at the City College of New York, the Economic Development Committee appointed by the mayor of Marlborough Township of the state of New Jersey. Mr. Ahmad holds BE and ME degrees in electrical engineering from the City College of New York and an executive management program from Tuck School of Business, Dartmouth College. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aziz Ahmad. Aziz?
Thank you, George, for your kind introduction. And while I'm sharing my presentation, good morning, everyone. We are going to speak about challenges in this complex world of digitalization that every single day we are just increasing this whole with the machine, the operational technologies, as well as the information technologies that in that domain in terms of the challenges that we are facing. With the that's what we would like to see that you see in this. If I can highlight few of those study that our cyber crimes, you see the estimated cost is over 10.5 trillion annually, and by 2025 we'll have over. Since we have over 15% growth. And so you see all aspects of life are challenging due to digitalization. And in our complex world, over 7 billion people with this and interconnected is just complicating this, furthering our challenges and also creating these opportunities. And so how we can, so there are challenges and how we can, there are opportunities and response in the real time. That's what we're going to, we are seeing it, and we see it's not, we are in the cyber world, we are not waiting for a black swan analogy, but is about when is going to happen. That is in terms of, so the responses has to be how we can globally with collaboration and partnership, private and also the with the public sectors, that in terms of to tackle this unprecedented issues that encounters we are facing in the cyber world. With this, in terms of looking at this digital transformation, which is in terms of depending on that there is no borders. And one of the things in the cyber world there we are living with two different worlds. One is very highly regulated, and like even private and public sector, but the other is we are dealing with bad actors. They don't have any rules and regulations. That's one of the challenges that in this digital future, we are coming up with new sets of tools to empower communities, empower world, empower different verticals in our industry, and to handle this with these. Not only we have a cyber in the cyber domain, we have shortage of skills to handle this, but we are dealing with these unruly actors, and that is another threat that we're going to face, and we are facing today. And this is you see that is very 2 in 3 online users' personal information is stolen. This, as well as the average cost of data breach is about 3.86 million in 22. It's not in that things. These are very, very much happening in every minute. What we see that I would like to highlight is about 2 million per minute that our costing any organizations on an average. So, and the average time to identify a security breach in 2020 was 207 days. It's just to really identify the breach that happened on an average, it took in 2020 207 days. And from discovery to completion, to really finish that and find it and make it working, it took on an average about 280 days. So that's another challenge that we are facing. And not only that, with the over 7 billion people that's interconnected, and over 41 million SMS that per minute generating, and the over 300 billion emails per day that we've been exchanging, and see that just to identify any cyber issues today, it's taking over. It just in the hibernation for over in the dormant stage is about 207 days. So this is very alarming. What we found out in our research. This is, you see, even though in 2021, the breakdown of attacks, what you see is few of the verticals drastically reduced, but it's very alarming to see that manufacturing, as well as professional business services, and not just sector. A lot of speakers, and as well as some of our theme in the green energy, even 8.2% that increase, that it has a other multiplying factor, that energy sector is a very sensitive sector. As you can see, even last year we had the hacking on the Colonial pipelines, and that's on the major the attack on that major infrastructure. So these are, and that combined with the manufacturing and the finance and insurance is a big impact that we see that happening. And also manufacturing, if you look at it, there are in different verticals of manufacturing is going to have an impact on the energy vertical as well, because energy, we're talking about solar panels, batteries, and a lot of IoT driven technologies and smart meters. We're creating more susceptibility in this with the cyber threats. And I briefly mentioned the OT, operational technologies, that we see manufacturing is over 61%, but the energy, taking utilities and oil and gas, over 20%, and on the right side, you see the different types of attacks on the operational technologies. Now, the operational technologies and IT technologies, two different domains. Operational technologies taking smart meters and like a colonial pipeline infrastructures. There are machine threat and the legacy infrastructure. These are all defining as an operational technology versus IT is all what we understand as the IT, cybernet, the cyber attacks. So the understanding the correlation between OT and IT also is an important observation that and then how we can address that in terms of the taking into this energy sector. We have you see that very alarming is ransomware. 25% attacks on the energy organizations, whether it's a utilities, gas, or as well as even supply chain in that area is ransomware attacks happening over 25%. And these so vulnerabilities and related to IoT, and that every single energy sector in the downstream side, we are adding from the billings to smart meters is adding more IP addresses. So that means it's also increasing the vulnerability. And now how do we address it? All the interruptions and the different kind of organizational impacts, the damages that were happening, not only not only in technology damage, but about other consumers, reputation, branding. These are happening in the energy sector. It's a mostly regulated sector. What we see is private and public sector quickly involved in that and to address that. And also it is having reputational damage, what we see for this cybersecurity, that potential threats or attacks that we see that happening today. With this continued the challenges in the energy sector, you see there are operational challenges and also strategic challenges. In terms of strategic challenges, it's like supply chain security risks management. What we are, this is it could be purely non-energy related, but it's very interrelated in the integrated systems. So that's one of the things we need to look at the holistic view, how to address these strategic challenges. That operational challenges that we see from the, I briefly mentioned about the solar panels and batteries is and the IoT driven devices, that's and how we can make it more secure. And one of the examples that I have, 121 plants over 94,000 miles of distribution of an average top 25 US company. So the operational complexity is there, and so we need to take a holistic view and how to really make it address it in a very distributed fashion with the with other strategic challenges we have. As you can see, is just upgrading from the mainframe infrastructure to the new evolved transform technologies is very costly in the energy sector, in regulated sector, in the gas and energy, in both in electric sector as well. So so there are some of the cyber securities in terms of how we can, in general, how we can really see that how the government as well as the organizations, some of the standards and that we have best practices that we need to, we are looking at it. This is a number of, is quite a list that I would like to really emphasize on, like a CISA, Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agencies, and as well as North American Electric Reliability Corporation. There, we see that some of the organizations working in the silos, but how we can bring that a global stage and work with with the collaboration, whether it's a different different committees, different initiatives, organizations, as well as the private and public sector combined in a global frontier to. So this, there are some initiatives is already there. And what I found out that in terms of very standard, that standing out is a very active, the organization's NIST. The cybersecurity framework is very, very active and validated a number of cases, and also DOE C2M2, that's the enhancing the cybersecurity capabilities. With these, there are a number of, in the industries, they're exercising live globally, as well as different power, in the power industries or generation industry, they are GridX and rapid attack detection isolation that's been happening with the global and regional and company-wide exercises. So, so given the standard initiatives and different organizations, as well as the standard and best practices that we have out there, and very actively working with different organizations with this. Exercise that happening, whether it's yearly or monthly, that is what is very encouraging today. What I see that, and from my observation, with this, there are some of the emerging process. What we see in the cybersecurity is this. OT and IT, I mentioned earlier, is operational technologies from the legacy infrastructure, that's as well as the IT cybersecurity, the two domain. And what the trend is that is the working very, the gap is getting closer. So the legacy challenges and IT itself challenges, they're working closely day by day. So there are secure by design that's happening in terms of infrastructure and systems that happening. I briefly mentioned the old technology, even the distributed electric distributed company, they still have mainframe. They're getting into new systems and working with the smart meters. These are also people in the regulated sector that have been implementing it. And they're implementing zero trust security model in terms of the architecture is a part of framework, is a part of practice standard today. And this what we see that is to find the solutions on the AI-based attack. So AI-based attacks, what I can give an analogy. So the quantum, one of the, in the quantum solutions, it takes to identify any issues in the quantum computing about 10 seconds versus 200 years. So we need to, whether we have AI and distributed computing and blockchain and trusted networks, we're still facing the need to really adhere and collaborate in this with the trending technology and solutions that emerging today. With this and combination of IT and OT, working as a more collaboration, what I see for resiliency. What I see is there is no one fit size all in terms of solutions. We just need to be resilient in terms of solving, in terms of how we can train our the employees and citizens and this from these cyber threats. So these slides, George, we can share it. You already have it. But in conclusion is what we see that we are is the digital skills is missing. Over 3.5 million skills that the cyber skills, cyber individuals trained is missing, is going to be needing by 2023. And so, as I mentioned, resiliency and resiliency of our people and cybersecurity is not an individual response; it's a shared responsibility. What I always see as a part of that to address the challenges together as a community. With that, thank you very much, George, and over to you.
All right, Aziz, thank you so much. Right now, I want to take a moment to announce the recipients of the 11th WGES NOVA Awards to very deserving recipients. Now, the WGES NOVA Award is presented to those who have made outstanding contributions in clean energy or sustainable innovations in existing energy technologies based on actual case studies. This year, WGES also celebrates and highlights individuals and organizations who have shown exemplary leadership, innovation, and commitment to solving societal inequities through sustainable and educational solutions. The World Green Energy Symposium Council ambassadors and partners are recognizing 3 individuals who exemplify these qualities. We are proud to name each of them recipients of the 2022 NOVA Award. They are alongside some good company. Others recognized include Drexel University for its Smart House program, the City of Philadelphia for its Greenworks Sustainable program accepted by Mayor Nutter, the country of Brazil presented for its Sustainable program in Rio de Janeiro, Tishman Dow Johnson Controls for corporate leadership, innovative products and technologies, the District of Columbia for its Sustainable DC plan accepted by Mayor Vincent Gray, University of the District of Columbia Causes for its urban food hubs accepted by Dean Sabine O'Hare for the concept as a model for urban agriculture. And an individual NOVA Award was presented to Ron Uba from the U.S. Department of Commerce Minority Business Development Center for his tireless commitment to implementing the vision of the MBDA in promoting the growth of minority-owned businesses in sustainability and other areas through the mobilization and advancement of public and private sector programs, policy, and research. Now, the first person that I would like to reintroduce is Aziz Ahmad. He's a recipient of our NOVA Award for 2022. As I mentioned, Aziz Ahmad is CEO of UTC and co-founder of CodersTrust. Its mission is to bring applied education to the 99% with special focus in ICT. The concept is to minimize cost and supply education globally through an online platform supported by human mentors. The objective is to provide a learn, earn, and pay back concept, which can remove barriers for even the poorest to develop their own skills and a sustainable lifestyle. CodersTrust empowers young, talented individuals by giving them the tools to change their lives and prospects for the future. More than 60,000 students have gone through CodersTrust doors so far with the sole goal to improve lives of the underserved through sustainable technology careers. Aziz is the recipient of the City University of New York's first Asian American Distinguished Alumni Award. He was inducted into the Wall of Honor at the Grove School of Engineering. He's recipient of SBA Emerging Leader by Small Business Administration and was honored in NASDAQ and NYSC closing bell ceremonies, for his significant business success and many philanthropic endeavors. Aziz was recognized by New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio for vital contributions to New York City's thriving business and technology sectors. A leading community leader and benefactor, Mr. Ahmad has established both the Aziz Ahmad Leadership Lecture Series and an Entrepreneurship Institute at the City College of New York City, where Fortune 500 corporate leaders are invited to offer keystone speeches. Mr. Ahmad's relentless effort is to serve society at large. He served on the board of various educational and nonprofit institutions.
Aziz Ahmad, an award-winning Bangladeshi-American entrepreneur who has built a successful business on 2 continents, Asia and America. Providing technology services to Fortune 500 companies and at the same time offering skills-based training and education to the less privileged among us. Aziz Ahmad has achieved his dream in Bangladesh of empowering some of the less privileged, the underserved, and the underemployed with the necessary digital skills to thrive in the employment marketplace. He now aims to expand these skill-based offerings in other countries in partnership with government and businesses. Recognized as an inspirational business leader, Mr. Ahmad is presently leading 3 business endeavors, each of which has a strong technology focus and theme. CodersTrust, an online educational technology platform, UTC Associates, a leading New York-based technology consulting firm, and Probity Care, a technology-based health practice management platform. Aziz is also the chairman of the US-Bangladesh Global Chamber of Commerce and has enjoyed considerable success facilitating trade and business between Bangladesh and the US. As an IT visionary and a technology practitioner, Aziz is dedicated to the application of technology to improve the lives of others through democratizing educational access and employment opportunities to better healthcare outcomes and to improved productivity in corporate America. Aziz is widely sought after visionary who is often invited to speak at international forums and conferences, including at the World Economic Forum at Davos, to the European Parliament, and most recently at the Vatican City as the guest of Pope Francis, where Aziz delivered his vision of the future of work and common good in the digital age. Aziz believes passionately in the force of technology to empower people and communities. He lives by the motto, providing opportunities, improving lives.
For his work through CodersTrust and a career dedicated to sustainable technology empowerment, social justice, philanthropy, and for leading by example, WGS is proud to present Aziz Ahmad with the 2022, there it is here, it's a little hard to see, but it is the 2022 WGES Nova Award. And joining us is Daisy Gallagher to say a few words. Daisy?
Yes, good morning, everyone, and thank you so far to all of the presenters. They've been doing a phenomenal job. Thank you all, and I can't wait to go to the afternoon session with Ron Uba and government panels as well, so thank you all. Aziz, I wanted to personally congratulate you and also on behalf of the WGS because of your many philanthropic endeavors, especially CodersTrust, and with more than 60,000 students passing through its doors, of those who would not have had an opportunity for a sustainable career in tech, especially women. because they would not have had the access or finances for the education. You continue to set the bar for other business leaders to follow, because those with power and influence can do nothing, or they can choose to change the lives of many. So on behalf of the WGES Council, congratulations, Aziz, for leading by example. Please, we invite you to say a few words.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, George. I'm very honored and moved to accept this award. I accept it on behalf of students, graduates, my colleagues, my friends and family. This is very, very honored to receive that. I have few notes from our graduates and students that they picked up from social media. Some of things that just this morning, someone said, so you see the impact of this underserved and unserved community. Someone said, dear, I have completed my 2 orders in Marketplace. Always remember your words, determination, hard work, and credibility. Your CodersTrust activity is unbelievable. I am honored to be a part of CodersTrust. Someone else says, really great and life-changing job. Good luck and take care. The other says, thanks, Aziz Ahmad, for bringing CodersTrust in the global frontier. I'm very glad to be a part of CodersTrust. Others said, truly $1 billion impact. CodersTrust is creating thousands of digital entrepreneurs and thus contributing to the socio-economic development of a respective country. Someone said, this is just a single story, being a core part of CodersTrust since its starting. I have seen there are a lot of people who have changed their life by helping CodersTrust, not only freelancing training, but also a complete guidelines to make digital entrepreneurs. On and on and on. And so this is my part of my journey, life, and to really add value in the underprivileged, underserved, and create the entrepreneurs and empowering women, empowering youths, empowering that underprivileged youths from all walks of life. So that's the motto, that's the purpose, and that's what this is a journey with all my colleagues and the partners, and we thank you for recognizing us. This is for them, and is very, very grateful for this gesture. And what I see that is while we are, as I said, is in a journey, we just want to continue that in the creating this opportunity for this community, and it's not only for us, but for our future generations, for children, for children's children, and not only in Bangladesh and or US and other part of the world, but globally. We would like to, we are adding value from Bosnia to Bangladesh, but we would like to started there and wanted to really spread it globally from Myanmar to Ukraine to an underserved community in the globally, even in the US. So with that, I thank you. I accepted this award with is very humbling with graciousness, and for our graduates, and I wanted to really do that for our children, our children's children. Let's lead the way. Thank you again.